Any attempt to bring people together to talk about their common vision is a good one. And I think that what groups like GeorgiaForward can accomplish is helping everyone see that you don't have to believe the same thing to get to the same place. But if we acknowledge that there is a common goal, and we're going to take different paths to get there, but we're all trying to get to the same place, and it's helpful for us to move in the same direction, I think Georgia makes it.
Tourism in Savannah is, I think, a success story because people haven't stopped traveling and they haven't stopped coming to Savannah. Savannah tends to get more and more every year.
We've seen a lot of job announcements. One of my favorites is automatic data processing. Fortune 300 company bringing 1,000 jobs to Augusta. They've built a 160,000 square foot gold LEED certified facility. When I talk about economic development to people, I always feel like it's very important to focus on quality and not just quantity. So we've been able to survive this recession in a stronger position than most cities.
Whitfield County has basically one success story, and that is the carpet industry. For the past 50 years, we've ridden that war horse of the carpet industry. It's paid the bills for Whitfield County and Dalton, Georgia. It's created 60,000 plus jobs and continues to do that today.
Mitchell County's had success stories in the past. Well, we've leveraged value-added agriculture. We've got a huge agriculture down here. We've got a wonderful, chicken processing plant up in town. Provides a lot of jobs for a lot of people. I mean, I got a good friend that's got one of the largest alligator operations in the world right here in Mitchell County. He sells to Gucci and Louis Vuitton and travels all over the world.
The ports of this state, and by that I mean both the airport and our seaport down in Savannah, those are the two biggest assets this state has. Atlanta's Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport has been a tremendous boost to this economy of not only Metro Atlanta, but in the entire state.
Lake Lanier for Gainesville-Hall County has been extremely important, starting back in 1957 when the lake was first built. From a real estate standpoint, it's been a boon, and from a recreation standpoint, it's one of the heaviest used lakes in the nation. In 1996, we hosted the canoe-kayak competition for the '96 Olympics. And our medical center is ranked #1 in heart care and is in the top 100 hospitals in the nation.
The biggest challenge facing Augusta really is going to be to manage our growth. But one key component of that, and I think this is true throughout the state, is educating our citizenry.
I think the greatest challenges that are facing our community today would be guaranteeing that we have a workforce that's ready for future jobs. We lost our largest manufacturer, Ring Manufacturing, and you've got people that have been in jobs for 20 and 30 years operating at the same skill level, and trying to get those people ready for future jobs is probably the greatest challenge that we face right now.
Protecting the water resource is extremely important.
Our water usage, it's a tremendous drain on the rest of the state. It's also a tremendous need because without our economic engine, you can't have a lot of the smaller towns that rely on the transit and transportation traffic that we drive. I think our economic opportunities, if we think of Atlanta as only the place where business can come, and we forget that if we don't help drive business to Macon, drive business to Gilmer County, if we don't work on spreading the wealth, both literally and figuratively, then I think Atlanta runs the risk of being the biggest city in a failing state.
We're a prime location for business at this point with our ports in Savannah, the international airport in Atlanta, but we need to be looking 20 years to the future so that we don't find ourselves at a competitive disadvantage to the surrounding states.
We are in a global economy now, and if we are spending our time competing county to county, then we're missing the big picture.
We're competing on a global scale, we're competing on a continental scale, we're competing with other states, so the more we work together, the better off we'd be.
We have got to be good stewards of our natural resources. We've got to ensure we've got a K-12 education system that produces the workforce. We've got to fix our transportation and traffic infrastructure. We've got to have economic growth, but none of that's going to happen if our state can't come together in a common vision, in a common way, working together for the good of the state.
How many Georgias are there?
In my opinion, there's just one Georgia.
I think there's one Georgia.
There's one. I'm not sure everybody recognizes that.
Georgia is a single state that happens to have 9 million family members. And those family members will have common issues and they will have disparate issues. We have one Georgia. We just have one Georgia with 9 million different personalities. But you're never going to solve everyone's needs and you're never going to make everyone have a common purpose. But if you acknowledge the strengths and the needs of each group, I think you enhance overall the capacity of the state to do well.
Sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind. Georgia on my mind. I said, Georgia.